It looks a little bit different. That is actually because I had a kind of a whale tail accident. Well, hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. Today is a double thingy whammy whatever, because it's my first impression with this one from Karity, and I thought let's do it palette bingo style. Well, I did not come up with that idea. I actually saw Angelica Nyqvist do a first impression like that. I will link the video that I saw of her down below, and I thought it was just a brilliant idea, you know. Yeah, that's basically it. So let me show you the palette. It comes with a plastic sheet which says, this palette helped feed an animal in need. As a 100% cruelty-free brand, we have a big soft spot in our hearts for animals. For every palette we sell, we donate to our local SPCA through our Pallets for Paws initiative. And I think that is, well, fantastic. So you get a mirror. It's a good size mirror. It's a hefty feeling palette, so it feels luxurious, which is very, very nice. I'm trying to bend it back slowly so I can hold it a little bit easier. Like this. So this is good. And here is the inside. So it is very, very pretty. I swatched her in on my Instagram. So yeah, I will put the swatching picture up here so you can see it. They feel really, really nice. They feel creamy. I will swatch her again in my review on it probably. But yeah, for now, let's just kind of draw the shades, because I have no idea what to do just yet. So I am getting my random.org. It has 15 shades. I'll put it up on the screen, but the first number generated is number 1. I will write it down first and then swatch it in a minute. I will draw 5 shades. So the second one is number 7. Then we get number 4, then 13, one left, which is number 5. Okay, so let me swatch them. Number 1 is the color called Ugh, which looks like this. Oh. And it's very, very pretty. It's a very pretty color. Okay, the next one is, let me write it down. Number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the color called Dunk, which is this one. So here is that one, and this is a very pretty olivey green. Yes. Then we get number 4, which is called Drew, which is this one, which feels a bit more sheer. So this is probably a topper, I think, the way it looks to me. Okay. So number 13 is this one called Oh Snap, which is another shimmer. Yes. So that is Oh Snap. And the last shade is number 5, which is also a shimmer, which is called Deja Vu, and that's this one. So yeah, I only have one matte. Huh. Okay, well, it is the way it is, but it is very pretty. So here is the color story that I'm working with today. And to remind you, 4 shimmers, 1 matte. So yeah, well, the matte is going in my crease. Yeah, so I'm going to start the look with the matte. And we will see from there. So let me get my brushes. I don't have to think. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I also got 2 lipsticks from Karity. This one is Matcha Gracias, and this one is Whatever, and this is also from their 90s collection. I wore this one actually the day that I got the stuff in the mail. First off, it's a very pretty color and it lasts all day and it is so comfortable. I highly recommend these lipsticks. Or at least the color Whatever. I haven't tried the green one yet, so maybe today I will do the green. So let me get some brushes first. So it is a very, very nice weather here. It feels like summer. I do have to say though, yes, it feels like summer, but when you feel then the wind, you kind of know that it is not summer yet, you know? Okay, so let's start with, well, the color called Dunk, which is this one. On a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. I do have some kick up in the pan. I don't particularly mind it, but just so you know. So yeah, let's see what this brush does. I haven't set my base, which I maybe should have done because this is a green, but let's see what it does. I feel like it blends out really nicely. Let me put in my mirror a little bit like that, so that I'm looking a little bit more forward. It is nice and pigmented, but still it is easy to work with. And again, I have a very fluffy brush here because I want to build up this color instead of pack it on and then blend it out. It's going underneath my eye as well. Now, I don't have a lot of control with this brush, but I don't mind it too much. So now I'm actually changing to a smaller brush, still the same color, and I'm going to deepen up the shade. I'm going to start with the outer corner. And then kind of pull it into the crease to get a little bit of definition in the look. I'm just slowly building up the color until I'm happy. I'm getting a bigger fluffy brush, still in that color Dunk, but now with the tip of the bristles, and I'm just going to blend, make sure it's not patchy. I'm just going to blend everything together a bit. And just picking up shadow if I need it. What I'm going to do now though is I'm going to get my face powder. Just a translucent face powder. And I'm going to use that to blend out the edge a bit. I feel like I'm losing pigment, so it could be that I overblended. It could be. I'm just going to place a little bit back. I actually want to do something different, so I'm getting the color Deja Vu, which is this shimmer. That's going to go on the outer part of my eye. And so I'm getting the color Deja Vu on a flat brush. Let's see what it does dry first. It's not picking up a whole lot, it looks like. But let's see what it does dry first. I'm going to place it here. And I'm going to kind of wiggle back and forth. And let's see. Okay, let's see what it does when I spray it. I need a handheld mirror someday. Let me spray it with a tiny bit of fixing spray because I have that one here. Let's see what it does now. And this all over the lid will be just a gorgeous combination. But alas, I cannot do that, can I? Okay, let's bring a little bit of that green back. So I'm taking a very tiny brush in the color Dunk and I'm just going to place it back here. And I'm going to flick it in to get it to blend with that purple. Like so. Okay, next shade. I'm cleaning my brush. Let's grab this one next, which is Oh Snap. It's going to go here, in the inner part of my eye. Oh, I think I should have put this on the outside actually, because it really ties in nicely with that green. Yes, I should have, but alas, I did not. This is dry and it performs really nicely dry. I'm kind of bummed, so I'm actually taking the O Snap and I'm putting it here in the outer corner. Because it has a bit of a green base. Then I'm taking the color Deja Vu, which is that purple shimmer. I'm going to put it here, back. Just going to plop it on top. It's dry though, just so you know. Yes, okay, now I'm taking a smaller brush and the color called Ugh, which is, where are you? I'm sorry, which is this one. Which is a bit of a, I don't know, corally, peachy, something like that. I'm going to spray it. Where's my spray? Here, yes. It's going to go on the inner part of my eye. I also want this color underneath my eye. Then we have one color left, which is called Drew. It's going to go in my inner corner. So let's see what it does dry. That's not too shabby actually. So let's get rid of the fallout that I have, because I have a tiny bit. Like so. Let's, you know, for funsies, get a little bit of the color Drew on a fluffier brush and put it here. It's a bit glittery. I think you can use it as a face highlight as well. It's just a little bit glittery. Like so. Here is the look so far. What I'm going to do though is my liner. Yes, mascara. And then I will be back. We will do a lippie. And I will do my falsies as well after that. So yeah, just don't go anywhere basically. I'll be right back. Yes. So I am back and this is the look, well, just before the falsies. If it looks a little bit different, that is actually because I had a kind of a whale tail accident. They ended up quite like here and I needed to, well, clean them up a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, I have swatched both lippies and this one is going to look very, very pretty, but yeah, it is going to be the green one. So yeah, let me put it on. So it is a little bit sheer in some places, but let's let it dry down for now and see if I need to apply a little bit more. Sometimes that happens. The formula though is really light and comfortable, so I don't think I will mind it if I need to build it up. But yeah, and this is the look just before the falsies. I'm going to put on my falsies and then I will be back and give you, well, the first impression on the shades that I used. So don't go anywhere, because I'll be right back. Yes. Okay, what are the falsies I'm going to use today, actually? That's always a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? I can do my Kylie's. Sure, why not? Let's go nice and dramatic, because I am also wearing green lipstick, so why not? So here is the finished look. If my falsies are a bit wonky, it's because I'm actually trying a new way of gluing them on my eyeballs. Just so you know, I don't know if I like it just yet. And I did add a second coat of the Lippie. Just so you know. The olive green, let's start with the matte. I think it performed nicely. I have quite a bit of trouble sometimes with greenish shades like that getting patchy. This one was actually okay. I'm pretty impressed by the way that the shade worked. Normally I would work with it a tiny bit differently, and but yeah, I think it's a very, very pretty shade, and especially the color Oh Snap. I still have them here. When I swatch it, it kind of looks a bit bronzy, but then when you pair it with this green, it pulls green, so it is very pretty. You can also see, by the way, that the swatch is a little bit patchy. For me, that means that I need to work with it differently. So I need to build it up, set my base, you know, use a transition shade, that kind of techniques I use when a shade swatches like this, unless I forget, like I did today. Sometimes that just happens. But yeah, this one actually blew me away as well, which is called Drew, because feeling it and swatching it, I was like, this is probably going to be a bit sheer. I think it performed very, very nicely in my inner corner. I'm actually quite curious to see how it will perform as a highlight. So let me get my a brush that I can use for highlight in the color Drew, which is this one. And let's see. Yeah. You can use it very, very nicely as a highlight. It is pretty glittery though. So you need to buff that one in. Or at least I do that. But yeah, pretty. So yeah, wow. The other shimmers performed really, really nicely. Usually I just... Anyway, usually I just like to spray my shimmers. It's just the way I prefer it. But these, the ones that I used, work perfectly either dry or wet. Let's do a little bit here as well, because I can. So yeah, overall, I think that the shades that I used are very, very pretty. And I cannot wait to play with this palette more. I am going to give you a review on it and 5 looks with it, I think. The Lippies are quite comfortable. This one is a bit sheer, so you need to build it up a little bit, which isn't too bad. Don't build it up too much. I did, and now I kind of feel an edge here at the edge, you know? So just go in with light layers. This one is very, very pretty. Very pretty. The color called Whatever. This one is gorgeous. So yeah, that is my first impression on the Karity Come As You Are palette. I think the quality is fantastic for the shades that I used. I am very impressed and I cannot wait to dig into it more. So yeah, I will leave the link to the palette down below. For now, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to wish you a fantastic day, a fabulous evening, and I will see you soon in my next one. Bye, guys.